What do you identify as then? Are you a triathlete, a cyclist, a runner? Surely you're not. A swimmer. A husband, a dad, a guitarist, a husband, a wife, an accountant, a lawyer, a drummer. Wikipedia says this about identity. Identity is the qualities of beliefs, personality traits, appearance and/or expressions that characterize a person or a group. Identity emerges during childhood as children start to comprehend their self-concept, and it remains a constant aspect throughout different stages of life. So, qualities, beliefs, personality traits, appearance and/or expressions. So maybe you identify as a nice person, a horrible person, a confused person. Maybe you're altruistic, or maybe you're a narcissist and only think you are. Maybe you're a smart person, intelligent, clever, academic, or perhaps you revel in your naivety and like the simple things in life. Perhaps you're an environmentalist, or perhaps you're more materialistic. Perhaps you take pride in your appearance and look after yourself, or you're driven by your bank balance, or maybe you have no interest in that at all. The world kind of insists that we identify as something, that we label and pigeonhole ourselves. We often see others and think that they have it completely sewn up, and that they are living their qualities, their beliefs, personality traits 24/7 because we see it on their socials. And all of it is driven by the platforms themselves. Make no mistake, if you only take one thing from this video, remember this: they are all advertising companies. Google, Facebook, you name it, they want you to be what you say on your tin, and they only want you to do that, and they want you to do it really well. They don't want you to break the Trade Descriptions Act and missell the product, which is you. Niche down, don't be too many things. This video, for example, won't do very well, and I can tell you that now. I'll post it to both my music and my triathlon channels, but it's not niche enough. This wheel and guitar behind me, too confusing for the algorithm. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check this out. So Google has an AI app called Cloud Vision. Now, Google own YouTube, and if you put in a picture into Cloud Vision, it will tell you what's in it. Check this out. So I've zoomed in on that area of the screen that's got the wheel and the guitar in it, and if you have a look at what Google is seeing in there, we've got all of these tags here: musician, music, wheel, entertainment. It's confusing it. Bike tire, brickwork, artist, graffiti, performing arts, bicycle wheel, bicycle frame, bike fork, spoke, music artist. It's confusing itself. Basically, it doesn't know whether it's looking at a music channel or a triathlon channel or a bike channel or whatever it is. It's why when you watch people's videos and they've got guitars or bikes up behind them, it's because Google and YouTube look at every frame of every video to ensure that what the audience is looking for is what they're getting. The problem is that we aren't just this any more than a racing car is a tyre or an engine, an exhaust pipe, its stunning paint job, its logos, engine management system, and all of the other component parts. They all work together to make one thing. The point is, I'm all of these things and none of them. They're the wheel nuts, cables, batteries, mirrors, rubber, metal, plastic that make up the racing car that is me. We're all guilty of doing this to others: the coffee nerd guy who works on reception, the CrossFit girl in accounts, the old guy down the street who's into his cars. But that's not all of them. It's not all they are. They're just the components that we see, the bits they allow us most likely to see. But is that really all of them? It isn't. I'm pretty certain it isn't. Hey, you're that drumming, composing, songwriting, photographer, social media marketing, university lecturer, YouTuber, British triathlon coach who's obsessed with time trialing, cycling and health span, right? The one whose sons go to the local comp and you try and be the best dad to whilst doing up your old house alongside your stunning wife who you'd die and kill for. I think that's you, isn't it? Just so you can travel the world together in a van and then retire to Exmouth. Is that you? Is that right? Yeah. What are you listening to? Taylor Swift. Why? But wait, you've got tattoos. I thought you played Sonosphere. Subscribe to the channel now, or I will hunt you down and I thought you were a nice guy. Why did you say that? Who are you? Identity emerges during childhood as children start to comprehend their self-concept, and it remains a constant aspect throughout different stages of life. Blimey, so if that's the case, then my true identity is simply that 1, I am a massive and constant contradiction. Steve White once described Paul Weller as being a lovely bunch of people. Oh yeah, I get that. And 2, I constantly look to improve myself and become a better version. And if that means a big change to my externally perceived identity, then so be it. I refuse to stay still, and I refuse to stay the same as I was yesterday. My identity is that I have an ever-changing identity. My qualities, beliefs, personality traits, appearance and/or expressions constantly change and evolve as I learn more about the world and about people and how better to be me in that world. I swap out tyres, wheel nuts, try different components, engine management systems, try and improve the chassis and refine the bodywork, all as best I can, constantly. So, who am I? Who do I identify as? Well, simply put, I identify as better than I was yesterday and not as good as I intend to be tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button now and identify as a subscriber. Cheers, look after yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.